I am here. I hope you're here. I'm so sorry I'm late, guys. I couldn't find my phone. And that was a problem because my notes are in here for what we're going to talk about today, and I couldn't find it. So I'm sorry I'm late. Thank you for coming today. Thank you for being here. I'm kind of looking forward to this. I've been thinking about it all day. I'm so sore and tired. Tommy and I have been hardcore going through unpacking things and what I'm going to donate. And so I've got boxes of stuff we need to take. But I also want to talk about that because I was going to hold on to some of it for a meetup. Hey, Rhonda McNeil, John Van Geest, serious John. Okay, good. I was wondering actually. I thought about it as I was unpacking things, and I was like, I wonder if serious John is coming today. Abdazzle, Kestrel's here. Robin Miners, I love you, Robin Miners. You are so cool. Let's just show it while she's in here. Look at this. Robin Miners sent this today. Is this the coolest thing you might have ever seen before? Hey, Tony P, Jamie Palmer. It says Reese P, Skirty, Tommy Moose, YouTube, True Love, Spanx, Huxley, Bo, Kid, Happiness, and Better Together. Isn't that cool? Robin Miners is so creative. So many of you are so, I know, isn't this amazing? I'm trying to figure out, it's really like the R is about to fall off here for the Reese. So I need to re-glue it. So it's very fragile, but isn't that so freaking cool? Hi, Martha. Ditto Deb. Thank you again. Hey, Anna Witt. Anna Witt, you're in here, right? Look, there's your painting. I need to get your painting out and Peace Lady's painting out. I still am unpacking, guys. Katie Fulton, I love you. Robin, thank you again. Tommy and I were just blown away by that. I know you showed it to us in the Zoom. I know, Joe Virus, isn't it cool? Lisa Kelson, but Shelly, I love that Shelly's here. Monica M is here. It's really cool, and I just want to say thank you again. So that's why, hey, Galen and Cardisol, I know Marie Marion, Armine. I know it's really cool. Armine is very creative too. A lot of you are very creative. Uh, Jezebel Mode. I don't have any hair clips in today, just my fake braid. Hair clips. You know, I got a lot of those at Lady Co. Oh, the one I'm wearing, Lady Co. I got that at Lady Co. Hey, Justice, I am. Anna Banana, Jeannie Hansen, Angela Keys, Sophia, Rogue Hedgie made it. I love that. Yawn. I haven't. Why didn't I try the new lip stain? Catherine, I didn't try it because I so rarely get to wear this shade. It's like a purpley shade. And I tried to like tie in some kind of that kind of fuchsia-y color, you know? Guys, it's been a rough day. My back hurts. I've been vacuuming. Thank you, Stacia. Hey, Trisha Briggs. And I was like, how am I going to clean myself up? Joy of Cats, you made a life. Mare, I love that you're here. Hey, Lionheart. And I thought, how am I going to spruce myself up for this live? I literally cut it so close. I jumped in the shower. I've been sweating all afternoon. Tommy's going to be going home soon. So, hi, Shay and Liz Tricks. Thank you. It's not that I'm tired. It's that I really, hey, Brooke Elliott, I got a lot done today. And I'm trying to get Tommy's like last minute stuff done with me so that, thank you, Anna Witt, so that the heavy lifting is mostly done. I can unpack all day long without him. Hi, Purple Groovy. But the heavy stuff and the moving things, I really, really use his help. Koki78, what a cute name. Hey, Beachcomber. Yarn Prepper made it. Alva made it. Squirrel Girl, Tony P, Jilbo Baggins. It was easy, Jilbo, because this is just a caftan. I just threw a caftan on. Thank you, Katie Fulton. Oh, yeah, Joe Virus. I could see that. Hey, King's Kids, Sierra Terry. I feel like it's been a minute. Guys, where is Layla Bradley? She's in Ireland. Her boyfriend is in Germany, and sometimes she goes to Germany to see him. So it could be that. Oh, this ring. I know it's a crazy. It's like a sparkly, weird. What is that? An agate? No. Can't think. Hey, Analytical Blarney, Deanna Downey. I'm hoping she's visiting her boyfriend because I haven't seen her. Hey, Lumen, Tamber June, Lori Alexander. I made it. Beyond excited. Sorry about your back. This is 40 now, I guess. That's what 40 does to you. And I didn't know, Donna Lane. So thank you for paying to say that. I really appreciate it. Baby steps. I hope you, Tommy and Hucks and Fur Babies, all family in chat, have a great Labor Day weekend for all it applies to. Thank you, baby steps, and you as well. I am looking forward to it. We're gonna go to Amethyst. Thank you. Kestrel, I'm glad you made it. Rise higher. We're gonna go to Rock City. Have you guys been to Rock City? I've been to Rock City. It's a really cool place in Chattanooga. We're going to take Huxley. And thank you, John Van Geese. I didn't know. Hey, JoJo. Oh, you turned 52 yesterday. Happy late birthday. That's awesome. JoJo, does your back hurt when you move stuff? Because I don't know. I'm feeling like I shouldn't be reaching this point yet in life. I don't know. Joe Banks, Susan P. Taylor. Thank you. Scooby Doo, Jam Jam. You changed your name. It's confusing the ever living right out of me. LA native daughter. Welcome. I don't feel like I recognize you. Hockeytown John, I love you. Hey Dinky, where is Millie? This is a weird time for our UK people. Although Anna Witt's here. Rock City is amazing. Anna Witt's here. So Millie the Dandelion, this is kind of bedtime for her. Ursina may show up. I scheduled at this time because she said she could make it at this time, but she's a doctor, so I don't expect her to be here. But if she is, great. I would like to see her. But she is an oncologist saving lives. Tennessee Treasure Finder. I've never been to Ruby Falls. But I've been to Rock City many times and it's so much fun. Don't worry, guys. I'm going to get some pictures. And the only thing I'm not looking forward to is it's going to be like 1,000 degrees. Margie Barr, I'm glad you made it. I wasn't going to do roll call. I'm doing a quick roll call to let people get here. That's all before I jump in. Hey, Lydia Krause, Terry Morgan, Jessica West, Christy Lynn Wilson. Yeah, Rock City billboards are everywhere. Hey, Chops World. Brian Lucas made it, as he should. Why do I always think you're in the UK? Anna Witt, I'm really sorry. I always think you're in the UK. Joe Banks is in the UK. I'm sorry, Anna Witt. I love you so much, though. I want you to know that. I think you are so beautiful, and I don't know why I think that. Mare, go get some Aleve, ice, and heat. I'll sleep on my heating pad tonight. That's actually not a bad idea. Thank you, babe. Hey, Mayor's girl. Thank you for your super chat. Teresa's here. Oh yeah, we can look at the caftans. I'd like to get the caftans out. It's much easier in this house because it's so much smaller than my old house. Remember, I had to carry everything down to the basement. I can just bring it all in here and show you guys. I love that. Life is short. Gemini girl made it. Karma Chameleon. I love that you made it. Dinky's in the UK. All right. Sunshine Sheila's in Portugal. I love that for you, Jamie Palmer. That's awesome. Hey, Chrissy Akers, Beth Knows Photos. Donna Lane. I'm 58. Yes, getting old is not for, wussies. I get that, Donna Lane. I really get that. By the way, I loved your picture with the clearly Canadian. I believe that was you. It's like the UK, but way better healthcare. I should go to Ruby Falls. Catherine's in the UK. Kim is Blue made it. Linda's here. I know, Joe Virus, those signs are everywhere. Hey, DNV. Natalie Strasser. Got a caftan. I love that. Hey, Martha Slimmer. Aria made it. Sharon HL. Yeah, we should do a caftan show. Those are always fun. It's a lot of heat. And you know what sucks? It's only an hour drive for me. Like it's like an hour and 20 minutes to get to Chattanooga, guys. What am I doing? Just trying to even that out. The time changes. It's an hour ahead, which is kind of annoying. I'm 46 and my everything hurts. I love you, Jay. You're funny. Thank you for your super chat. Hey, Angie Mo. Thank you, Angie Mo. You and Jessica Hawley, a few other. Hey, VTV. Thank you, VTV. Thank you guys. I want to say for helping me with my stepdad. Looking for the resources. I haven't found one yet, but so many of you are on that. So I just want to say thank you. I never expected it. I just wondered if you had known anybody. Joanne Ventrilla, Pink Dolphins. I want to say thank you again. You have a ton of caftans. I will always show up in one no matter the season. I have a hard time styling them in the winter, Teresa. So we need to talk about that. By the way, I hope your partner is doing better. Katie Fulton, I turned her on to Our Caftans by Jennifer Grace, and she's never looked back. Her closet's full now. That's why we might move in together. It just makes more sense just financially for us to live together because while we don't have the same boobs, we have the same closet. And I think that's what matters the most, don't you think? Hey, Tammy, what is a caftan? It's just a giant, this thing is just a big long dress and it's like a one size fits all. It's just, there's my bra. It's just a really, you know, comfy, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? April Goodson, I love that you made it, girl. Kristen Melinda, did I say hi to you? Because I thought it in my head. I heard about putting a turtleneck underneath it. You could maybe rain virus. I've thought about that. Maybe tonight. If not tonight, DNB, tomorrow night. I'm not sure yet. Hey, Nicole, Dory. Thank you, Dory. Anna Witt, post a picture, please. Thank you for remembering my partner. He's got his last radiation treatment tomorrow. I love to hear that. Of course I remember. I've been thinking about it. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you for telling me. Tommy needs to take my chicken pot pie out of the oven right now. And I wonder if he remembered. Clearly Canadian pick was you. I knew it. I could tell because you have such a cute face. Thank you for your super chat. That's another thing. Oh, Tampa B. Trigger warning. I just want to say I'm making a chicken pot pie. I'm feeding my family. It was not cheap. I purchased at Costco. I know that everybody wants to know what I spend money on these days. So I did get a chicken pot pie. I just want to trigger warn everybody for the people who get upset that we eat around here and that we buy ingredients, even from places like Sprouts or farmers markets. You know, if I can make it to Whole Foods, grifter alert. I just want you guys to know I purchased a chicken pot pie. I think it was $14. And I may or may not have used some of your super chat money for that. I want to be upfront. The word on the street is I'm a huge liar. And I'm trying to be more truthful, trying to be more truth telling around here in these parts. Thank you so much though for the super chats in order to purchase that food that I know you're going to be upset about, some of you. And I just want to put that out there up front in the first 15 minutes for those who want to unsubscribe or leave or go write about it and tell stories. I'm here for you. Hey, babe. Yeah. Can you take the pie out of the oven? The chicken pot pie? I forgot to get the hot things out. What are those called? Kid, what am I new at this? I know, but they're in the third drawer down. I got it out. What? When did you get it out? About a minute before you called my name. You're not lying, right? Oh, I cannot believe you would say because that. I like my stuff kind of burned, so I want to make sure you took it out. I took it out 30 seconds ago. I love you. You found the little hot things? No, I used the thing that was the rag that was hanging over the okay. The towel that was well, it sounds like you really made it work. You're a criminal. What am I saying? Thank you so much, babe. He is resourceful for a crim. Rock City is literally right by your house. That's awesome, Miss Sunrise Dawn. Oh my God. At least it was Costco. If you had purchased a Whole Foods pot pie, I would be canceling my membership. I totally get that. Yeah, it makes sense. Makes total sense. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that people need to know about that I've been spending money on. Let's see. I paid the electric bill. I got gas. I did get a car wash. I realize that's only for rich people. But when you live in the country, sometimes you get too much dust on your car. So I did purchase a car wash. It was $8. I realize it's frivolous and I apologize. Lydia Krause, grifter and pot pie tax. Thank you, Lydia. You're upsetting people. Thank you. Just paying the troll schmuck X tax up front. Thank you. Analytical Blarney. I appreciate this. You know, it is expected these days because I'm a grifter and a liar. Ma, the meatloaf. Oh my God. Pot pie fun. Have you guys had the Costco pot pies? Thank you so much, Nicole. You're a liar. We knows far too many truths at this point. I think it's funny to call me a liar, Tampa B. Of all the things to call me, I wouldn't say I'm a liar. I don't know. I just don't feel like of all the things, it just seems like a not great one. I also, I also just want to say to all of our people over at Reddit that okay, I didn't go to Reddit. I promise I'm not going to go back there actually. But somebody sent me a screenshot of someone that said, "Yay, she's an idiot. She told everybody to go to Reddit and read about her. I can't wait for people to get here and unsubscribe from her and see what an idiot she really is." Are you serious? Do you think that I didn't realize that I said Reddit on my channel? I mean, I am dumb, but I am not that dumb. I couldn't believe that comment. Somebody sent me that with a laughing emoji, and I was like, are you serious right now? Do you not realize that I said the words that came out of my mouth? Get your life together and call us when you do. Tony Suter. I did pay my electric bill. I'm so sorry. Food? You buy food? I thought you only ate government cheese. I love you, Tony Suter. You're so cute. Yeah, I did get gas. I got the electric bill. So, and I actually plan to go back to the farmer's market. I realize that that's going to set a few people off. Lydia, oops, forgot the soap tax. I love you, Lydia. Thank you, babe. You guys are funny. Truth teller tax, Robin Miners. Yeah, truth telling. Reddit. Oh my God, VTV. That was good. Yeah, I definitely said the words Reddit, and I definitely let people think for themselves, and they can go read whatever they want to go read because nobody's a leader of anybody. And this, again, is not group think. People can do whatever the hell they want, whether they want to be here or not. They have choices. Christy Lynn Wilson, perhaps you should seek the internet's approval before spending any money. Wouldn't want to outrage random haters. You know they're pissed too. You know they're pissed. You know what's crazy, Christy Lynn Wilson? And then we're going to jump into it. I do think it's weird. It's one thing. I work for Costco. You're welcome, Donna Lane. Erica does too. I love Erica. You know what's weird about this? Roberta, I love that you're here. Like, it's cool to go do that, I guess, and be a hater or whatever it is that you want to like. It's weird to me that you watch this because you hate me and then you take it somewhere and write about it. Again, it's like writing a 30-page review on a restaurant that you're never going to eat at again. Like, I don't watch TV, but if I watched TV shows and I hated the show, do you think I'm going to like write to the director or the producer of the show? It's so weird. It's so backwards. Like, people take time to do this. It's so weird. Jester updates. Will Huber, we're going to have one tomorrow. As a matter of fact, I think we will do a Colton Crims tomorrow with a Jester update. Yeah, I did get a car wash, Dinky. I know. I'm not sure about government cheese either, but it sounded really gross. Abdazzle, it is. Who in the world thinks they can tell you what to do with the money you make? It's just what I'm finding. The general common denominator is that people are flat out furious that I make money here. That's the bottom line. That's what I'm seeing. People are furious that I make money. Like, that seems to be the gist, is like, I can't stand that this person's making money and taking money from people and lying to take money. Like saying that you're flat broke, which I don't say, but saying that you're flat broke and you need help, and then taking people's money. That seems to be the gist of it. Sophia, exclusively for artisanal baked goods. Thank you so much. And I will put it toward that. Fave flavor of the electrolytes. Ooh, right now, lately it's orange. But Kristen Melinda, I also love the blue raspberry, girl. I do. The lemonade's even good in the summer. Those are probably grape. Those are my top 4. And if I had to do it first, I would do grape, probably orange, blue raspberry, lemonade. That order for me. Thank you for your super chat, by the way. Lori Lee, really? Yeah, that's all they come at me with, Shelly. Same people who watch reality shows then talk about the characters like they know them with their friends or groups. It's weird. It is weird. I mean, am I wrong there? It's weird. Shout out to the haters. Thank you, Kim is Blue. Yeah, it's a weird concept to... I'm not sweating it, Abigail. We just are getting a laugh in, honestly, but we're going to move on. It's just a weird concept to me to watch me because you hate me and then go write about it and like have your friends write about it. Like, I'm not trying to be a bully here. But that was an inside joke for a person I named yesterday who I was concerned about that I haven't seen, but apparently they think I'm a bully. Um, Best wishes to you. I'm not a bully here, but it just seems odd to me that you would waste time hating me and then writing about it. Like, just find something that you love. I would just think find something that you love, that you want to do, that's, more productive, perhaps. I don't know. But apparently my Scientology is showing. Anna Witt, you just buy what you want, you muffin top. This is for some more bread for Bo. You make me smile. It's worth every penny. My new teeth is thanks to you. I love you, Anna Witt. I love how much your life has changed in the last year. Guys, Anna Witt is on a journey and we're all here for it. And I'm with her and so are you. And I don't know if you realize it, but you are. Anna Witt, I love you. Pinch Becky OF Skiven, Zero F Skiven became a member. Thank you. And so did Lino. Thanks, guys. That really upsets people. At least you're giving these people a purpose in life. I guess so, Brian Lucas. And I'm happy to do it. They live to hate. I guess so. Yeah, I'm a bully. I'm a bit of a bully apparently these days. Let's get into it. I want to talk about this. We're 20 minutes in. All right, we did a roll call. Oh yeah, while you're here, check your subscription. If you don't mind. You certainly don't have to, because again, we get to think for ourselves. Okay, here are my notes. I don't know, Shelly. Of all the things, I'm a liar and a bully. It's really weird. Can we critique your grooming habits next? Maybe go over your feminine hygiene routine? Well, now that you ask, I use that special cooter soap that I love. And what other, you can ask me any habits about my feminine hygiene you'd like to know, but I do promote, and I think you should use a special cooter wash. It keeps everything balanced and it just feels right. I thought rabbit was coming. What does that mean, Abigail? Oh, down the rabbit hole is what I titled this video. It has nothing to do with our friend Rabbit. No. Yeah, Shelly, it's a weird thing. I think it's just because they can't come up with anything. They just say you're a liar and a grifter and you steal from people. I'm guessing that that's what that's about because you can't come up with anything else. Chicken pot pie from Costco is really good. I'm not a huge fan. I would not normally make that for myself, but I know Huxley loves chicken and Tommy loves it too. So, it's just felt right. I do spend money on cooter wash, Catherine. I spend the extra couple of bucks. I've always hoped you spent at least my super chat money on things just for you. I probably do, Tampa B, and I love you. It's okay, Abigail. I didn't realize that might have made people think that. Tampa B, you know what I spend it on, girl. You are the cutest bully I know. That's adorable, VJ Burke. You're cute too. Helena, I'm glad that you made it. Guys, where is Ursina? Samantha Harris? I haven't tried their lasagna. Go do it, Joe. Yeah, they're good. Link to the cooter wash. Nicole, I get the Honey Pot brand. It's in a foam. I like it and I don't feel as clean with a foam, but the other brand I get at Target is called Down There Wash. That's what it's called. And you just push it and it's like a hand soap. It's like a gel. And that I kind of like a little bit more, but I got to be honest, it really does make a difference with the coot. It does for me anyway. I just makes me feel some kind of way. I'm not sure. It's a good cooter wash, Kestrel. I recommend it. I like the Honey Pot brand too, and I like their cooter wipes. If you're on a vacation, like in Tucson, you might want to bring a cooter wipe with you. It gets a little sweaty. It's not an Australian soap. I don't think so because it's called Down There Wash. No, I don't think so, John. John, you're supposed to be serious today. It is a headband braid, and I can't remember the name. Kathy, are you in here? Are any of my mods in here that know the brand of this? I can't remember it now. I am a liar and a grifter, but I do have a clean cooter. Yeah. I've never tried the Lume for your coot, but I do use that deodorant. Madison something. Is it Madison Ashley or Ashley Madison, or was that website where people cheat on each other? I couldn't remember. Hey, Robin W, I love you, girl. It was Jen Pookie. Madison braids. Okay, because I ran into a lady recently in public and she was like, "Where can I get one?" And I was like, "I think it's called Ashley Madison." But then I was like, "Isn't that website where married people cheat on each other? Is that even still a thing?" I don't know, but I couldn't remember. Hey, Candy's Life. She gave me the weirdest look. Lady Pamela, I'm glad you made it. All right. So here's what's going to happen. Oh, no, Anna Witt, the stuff from Lush is a powder. I put that in my underwear and it makes my cooter smell amazing. The brand of electrolytes is called Ultima, Ultima, Terry Morgan. I don't sweat excessively. I love the Lume Third Eye Open. Julie, it's really good. Okay. Yeah, John Van Geese. I thought so. Good for you, little mink. Who's Mr. Beast? I wonder what Mr. Beast spends money on. Yeah, that's the cheater website. That's right. Yeah, I couldn't remember. Are they just mad? I think it is just Madison braids. Well, now I'm embarrassed. That poor lady. Okay. All right, here we go. Ready? Let's do this. I love you, Mayor. Okay, so we're going to do that thing where it gets kind of serious and I'm not going to address the chat. I'm sorry, but I'm just not going to because I really want to get into this and it was huge for me. It was a shift for me and I want to get your input on it, but I also feel like it could help somebody to take it and interpret it in their own way because I love to do that and I know some of you like to do that and I like to go kind of deep with things when we have an awakening like this, okay? Um Oh, probably John Van Geese. Okay, here we go. So, this is what we're talking about today. By the way, for those of you that maybe weren't here yesterday, we're going to go kind of deep about my therapy session that I had yesterday with my therapist. His name is Wyatt. Me too, Abigail. His name is Wyatt, and he's a great therapist. And I highly recommend him. A couple of you, which I would never name, but a couple of you have reached out and told me that you now see him. He does see people on like a Zoom call or whatever it is. I know Kestrel. Um, and a couple people have actually reached out and are now seeing him seeking out for therapy and have told me that he's fantastic, that they really have been helped by him as well. And so I love that. Um, Good, Heather, Kansas. I'm glad you made it. Okay, so this is about my therapy session yesterday, and I just really feel I know, John, it is really cool. It was like the highest compliment to me when people reached out and shared. I had 3 people reach out to me and say, "I am now seeing your therapist, and he has helped me so much." And it was so huge for me. It was just really, I just thought that was amazing. Yeah. So he and I were speaking yesterday, and I was talking about, I started out talking about, let's call him Jay. We all know who I'm talking about, okay? The ex, all right? And here's how it started. I really want to get into this with you guys because I want to get your feedback on this. I don't feel, we talked about this. I don't feel closure there. I don't feel like I thought I was going to feel. Let's put it that way. I thought I was going to feel better about it. I don't. And I just feel like there's so many loose ends and it's not a I miss that person. It's nothing like that. I want to be clear. It's just kind of a, what would we call it? I just kind of get like I don't know how else to put it other than, yeah, I kind of have some stuff lingering. Holy crap. I'm going to put my phone in DND. Hold on. That was scary. I thought I just lost you guys because my screen went away for a second. It does take time. Brian Lucas is right. It takes time. And I'm not, I am allowing that for myself. But I started the conversation that way, right? And he said that I said, and it goes way deeper than Jay, right? Like it goes way farther back. Yeah, it's like unfinished business. Hey, Yvonne's here. I'm glad you made it. It's like unfinished business for me. And I just feel like I told Wyatt it goes way further back than Jay. Like this, there were things that I want to say this. There were things about Jay, the ex, that I do miss that I'm no longer getting. Okay. I'm not getting certain things anymore. And I love you, Shelly, and that's okay. Right. But it's still something, it's like pieces missing that I'm like, there were certain things. And let me give you an example. I told Wyatt this. I go, remember, I would sit in your office like a year ago with Wyatt, and I would say, and I want you guys to really understand this. I would say, I want to get a divorce, but I can't afford it. And here's the other thing. I'm pretending I'm in his office right now. I get real weird about this. And I'm being honest with you guys here. And I'm a little embarrassed to share this. But I would say things like, I can't afford it, one. But two, I would sell myself. I would sell pieces of myself to make it okay. I would trade it for things. So I would say things like, I really want to leave, but I'm not going to leave because I can't afford it, one. But two, even if I could afford it, I have a really nice house. I love my house. I don't work anymore. By the way, I paid off every bill and debt that I ever had. So I didn't get like this free ride from the ex. He had over $100,000 in credit card debt. I put the down payment on that house. We wouldn't have even been in that house. I paid for us to move into that house. My car was my car. I paid it off. Like I didn't enter into that marriage with like all this debt that he had to take care of me and pay off. It's not like I had all these credit cards that he had to pay monthly on. I want to make that clear. But the point is, I still didn't work. And until I started working on YouTube and I started actually making money. But for a while there, I quit my corporate job. I guess I made money at Lady Co, but not a lot. And the point is, I sat there and I would justify it away. And I would go, yeah, but he pays for, the house and we have a really nice house. And, I don't want to give up that life. And like, it was really weird, but that's what I would do. I would kind of tit for tat. I would go, I want to leave, but this, I have this, he's gotten physical, but only a couple of times. Um, he and my son fight all the time. He really doesn't like my son. My son doesn't like him, but we have a nice home and he's got a good setup. Like it was so weird, but I would, yeah, make the best of the situation. But also, let's go deeper than that, BTV. Let's go deeper. I associate if see, here's the thing. When I was left alone all those years from about the age of 8 to 13, now my dad came home. I wasn't alone for years, but he would leave for days at a time. And he would always leave like $300 to $500 cash on the kitchen table. And he'd be like, go have a good time or get food or whatever you need, go buy whatever you want. And to give an example, I remember one time I went to Target. I did do work. I cleaned the hell out of that house, Julie Stevenson. You're right. I mean, I did all the laundry, I did all the cooking, just like a housewife. I mean, it's no different than anybody else who doesn't work and stays home and the husband works. I was making excuses for him. Yes, but here's the thing. My dad would do something where he would leave money. Well, one time I went to Target when I was in whatever grade. I was way young and I went with a couple of friends. And I remember talking about getting clothing at Target. My dad lost his mind. He was like, we don't buy clothes at Target. Like we go to the mall, we go to Dillard's or whatever. And I remember he was always like a real status for him, like that, just weird. He was like that. So I realize it goes deeper than my ex, right? I equate those things like the paying for things. I don't find myself materialistic. I really don't. Now, do I love like putting things together? I do. And I guess if that makes me materialistic, it does. But I appreciate stuff. And I love art. I feel like it's an art form. I've always said this. If I had $1 million, I would never in my life, and this is no disrespect to anybody in the crowd, but I would never carry a Louis Vuitton bag. I just wouldn't do it. It's a status thing. I'm trying to give you an example. Like, I don't buy things so that you'll notice that I have money, right? Like, it's not a thing for me. I like things that, sorry about the bra. Um, I just am different. I like not different. I'm sure a lot of people are this way, but like the purple with the purple with the purple, like it's more just putting things together that way. I don't care about the brand, is what I'm trying to say. I'm at the beginning of this live trying to catch up. Were your necklaces discussed yet? Because I'm looking at pretty things to get me through life. I'd love to know where they're from. Justin Ski. No, but thank you for your giant super chat. This one was from Kansas City at the store where Pam worked called Georgie. It's just a gold chain. These two are necklaces that are from my favorite. I don't even want to say because people are gonna tear me to shreds. My favorite gemstone jeweler is a place in Charleston, and I think they only have their stuff online. It's called Theodosia. Theo, Theodosia. And the owner of the company is Jenny, and they're just a really cool company that I love to buy and support from. Now, they're not cheap because they're real gemstones, but like these are moonstones and these are sapphires, and I just love them, and I wear them all the time. I've had them for a long time. People like that often enjoy the lack of closure for you. Doesn't help, I know. Sorry, Reese, you deserve all the thank you, Helena. Thank you for your super chat. And so that's what I'm going to get back to. Oh, thank you, Kathy Ann. I agree. I buy for me, not to shove in others' faces. I got money. Not about that. Yeah, and some people who carry Louis Vuittons are not doing that, right? Some people actually love the brand. They love the logo. I'm not saying everybody does it for that reason, but we all know there are people in the world who like to flash things that are expensive to show you. Moonstone, I'm not sure. I just know that moonstone is kind of rainbowy. I'm not sure. It's a type of gemstone. I have a Louis, but I want it. See, I actually appreciate them. Love you, Mayor, but I would not carry one for many reasons. I also don't like to show off. I don't like to promote brands. Like, I don't want to carry something around and promote that for you. I don't know. I don't like it. Like, it's not enough. I need something cooler than that. But don't get me wrong, I love expensive things. A Claire V is my favorite handbag maker. I would love to have a vintage Gucci bag someday. Um, Jennifer Grace. Like I just like who I like, and I like supporting the little guy too. So I'm just trying to give you an example. I didn't mean to get into all this, but the point is I'm not like, look at me, I'm such a big deal. It's not like that for me. It really is a matter of weaving things together. How many of us love going to thrift stores? I love going to thrift stores, vintage stores, consignment stores. So it's for me, it's deeper than that. I have a deep love for things, absolutely, but putting them together and feeling good in them and dressing for your body type and colors and all of that. Okay, you get it. So, what does that mean? To me, it means money and what my ex was doing for me equals security, right? So instead of going, I mean, he's gotten physical, but my kid and him hate each other, but making all the excuses in the world, it was equaled security. It equaled security. And that started at a very young age. Okay. So then Wyatt says to me, it seems like there was a lot of judgment from people who loved you, father, husbands, whatever. It seems like there was a lot of judgment and woven into the love. And I said, yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Paula Penley. And so here's what he said. And I thought this was really good. So what do we do with this closure that's not happening? I said to him, I would like to have a conversation with Jay. I would like to have a conversation with the ex. Never going to happen. And I know the outcome. And he goes, what would you say? What would you want to say? And I said, I would say something like, I feel like you never gave me a chance because you judged me because I was younger. I was always at a disadvantage with him. I was a Scientologist, which made me already a stupid idiot in your eyes, uneducated, dumb, doesn't know a thing about the world. And this was his words, not mine. He would say that to me all the time. You don't know anything about the world. You know nothing about the outside world. And he said to me right before I left, you have no common sense. So I would say I already was at such a disadvantage because you never saw, you never looked to me as an equal. I was always going to be below you, always. I could never give you advice. I could never say, watch that person. I don't trust that. I automatically didn't get a pass in your eyes because of who I was. So then he says, what would you want him to say? And I said, well, he would totally dismiss all of that and tell me it's all my fault. And he goes, I know, but hypothetically, what would you want him to say? And I thought, I don't know. And I said, I would want him to hear me out, acknowledge me, validate that, and maybe say something like, you're right. You know, I wish I could have seen that then. And I wish we could have made that work. Or I wish. Like I wanted it to be on a more even playing field. That's all. So then he says, you know, that's never going to happen. And I said, I know it's never going to happen. That's the open hole. It's like, I can't fill it. There's no closure. And he said, wait, what if you practiced that almost as a form of a meditation? Practice that hypothetical scenario. He goes, even if you have to sit down and put a chair in front of you, almost Scientology style. He goes, what if you went over that scenario, that hypothetical, just you? And I was like, really? He goes, well, where are you going to put those positive thoughts? Where are you going to put those positive emotions? You've got all these positive ideas of how you want it to go. And it's not going to go that way. So where are you supposed to put that? So then he says, imagine the scenario like an exercise. He said, exercise it like you're doing crunches. You're doing crunches. You know, you're not going to get abs right after, right? And I thought, oh my God, that's a good way to compare. That's a good comparison. You do crunches, guys. You're not going to get abs tomorrow. It's an exercise. This is the same thing. I'm not going to do it every day, but to practice a hypothetical, yes, you control the outcome, VTV, exactly. And that gives me some peace. That gives me some comfort because I'm never going to get it. And I wouldn't even want to attempt it because he'd tear me to shreds. I love you, Tampa B. He would tear me to shreds. It would not go the way I would want it to go. And I would be in tears, I'm sure. And all kinds of triggered, right? So the same thing. It's like, just do it like you're doing crunches. You're just practicing. It's just an exercise. That's all. Right? So I thought that was great. And I said, I hate that I won't get closure, but I said, Wyatt, I am accepting the fact that some people don't get closure. You're not always going to get it. And that blew my mind. I have been fighting for years on things, especially when I was a Scientologist. I would constantly be like, well, the day that this happens, or the day that I get that finally, or when we finally close the door on that, guys, it's not going to happen. I lost my family in Scientology. I'm never going to get them back. Sometimes there are messes that are not going to get cleaned up. Sometimes there are I's that are not going to get dotted. And we have to be able to swallow that. We have to somehow remain in control of that, but understand that there are messes that will just remain a mess. And I really enjoyed that. It really helped to stop spinning my wheels going, I really wish that I feel wronged here. I wish I could have said that. I wish it would have gone this way. It goes into the gap. It goes into things we can't control. And it's just something that's never going to get cleaned up. So instead, you practice it as a hypothetical with yourself. And I think that's a good start. I think it helps, right? And he said, you determine. He said, if you can do that, if you can practice that hypothetical, right? Hey, Otter Dancer, you determine how things are going to impact you. Guys, that's a powerful statement. Listen to that again. You then determine how something's going to impact you. It bothers you less because it's your decision. It's your decision then. And I thought that was really great. It's working like it's hey, Yorkie mom, working on things that are absolutes. It's an absolute. It's never going to go a different way. We're never going to go back. I can't go back and fix that. I can't go back and make him a different person. I can't control the words that come out of his mouth. And it's not going to happen. So then he asked me something else. And this was powerful. He said, let me ask you something. When you think about your relationship there as time goes on, I love you, VTV. When you go forward in life, hey, Mary Barons, how do you want to look back at your relationship with Jay? How do you want to see that marriage? How do you want to take a look at that? And I thought about it and I was like, I want it to be different than it was. I just feel like it's not finished. There's just something unfinished there. And he said, you know why? He said, you were not a fit for him. You were not a fit for him. And that hit me like a ton of bricks. And here's why. Here's why. I'm mad at me. It's me that needs the closure. I'm giving him all the credit in the world right here. He never changed, really. He was a jerk in a lighter way until we got married. But still, guys, there were no real tricks up the sleeve. He never changed. Why did I expect that to be a change? I expected him to turn into something else once I found what I found and quit the gestures and make my life better because this is miserable. Why would he change? Why would he quit that? That was my expectation because I was unhappy. He wasn't unhappy. He was doing just fine. I'm the one that was like, this isn't working for me. Right? So I'm mad at me. I'm not mad at him. I'm mad at me because I didn't do anything about it soon enough. I sat through that. I drew the line in the sand. He crossed it. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to draw this line in the sand now. You better not cross this. He walked right past it. And then I was like, this is a hard line. Don't cross this one. He walked right past that one. I continued to allow that to happen. That's not his fault. That's my fault. That is my fault. It really is. And I hold myself accountable. And that's what I'm mad about. So then I realized something and I wrote this down. I continued to morph and shapeshift and make adjustments for that, right? Because here's the line. Okay, you crossed it. So now I got to redo the rules and the laws for me so that I can feel better about it. And then now I have these new rules. Oh, you just broke those rules. Okay, now I got to shape shift a little bit more. And I have to, it's like Scientology. Scientology is like that. Like I got to switch and become something else because that's what LRH says we have to do. And if I can't do that, then I got to go to ethics and I got to be put on the cans and I have to become and try to be something else. That's what I've been doing. Okay? So I made adjustments for him and then invalidated myself. That's why I can't get over. I was invalidating myself. But here's the thing. I thought this was really interesting. Wyatt said this. He said, you invalidated yourself and experiences. He said, when we change parts of ourselves that we learned through traumatic experiences, feels like we're losing a part of ourselves. I'm going to read that again because it was probably poorly written. If he were capable of saying the things you wanted him to say, you would still be married. I know that. And you're so right, Christy Lynn Wilson. It's just still hard for me to swallow because there were parts of that marriage that I liked, that I felt safe, but it was false security. But here's what's interesting, and I thought this was really mind-blowing. So he said, so invalidating myself and experiences, when we change parts of ourselves that we learned through traumatic experiences, feels like we're losing a part of ourselves. So the way I took that, I wrote that down. Now that I know that, what he was saying there is, I learned how to be that way because of traumatic experiences. I learned like the good things I liked about him were the rewarding parts. The let's go to dinner, put your new dress on that we just bought that was $200 and let's go out. Well, we would fight all week, right? I love you. Thank you, Brownie Buttons. We would fight all week long, okay? My ex was a wolf in sheep's clothing. Yeah. Sometimes you have to kiss a few frogs. I love that, Hockey Town John. And I'm so glad you have. I love your marriage and I'm really happy for you. Sometimes, so we would fight all week and then we would go out and I would sit through the dinner and I would feel pretty. And then we'd go home and have sex. And it was very awkward because the next day we'd fight again and he'd say something horrible, like you're a terrible mother in front of my child. And so it was the most confusing. Guys, I don't know how else to put this. It was very confusing. It was like reward, punish, reward, punish. I felt like I was being pulled all the time. But I miss those. That's what I miss. And I don't get that anymore. I'm not getting those rewards from a man anymore. Tommy rewards me probably on a different level. It's a healthier level. My vision of being with a man is here's some money, let's go out, let's do this, let's get dressed up. I'm sorry to say that, but that is my idea of a relationship. I'm not getting that anymore. Okay? And those were things that I learned. That's love. That's learning what love is through trauma. And the fact that I'm not getting that anymore, hold on, the fact that I'm not getting that anymore, he said, you may feel like you're losing a part of yourself, but you're not. You're growing. That's growth. That's achieving growth. That's achieving seeing it for what it really is. Nothing. It's not true love. It's not real love, whether that be from my father or from my ex. It doesn't equate love. And I'm not feeling it anymore. I'm not getting all those, I guess praising and being rewarded by going, you look pretty, let's go out. If you're good this week, I'll take you out. And that's how my dad was. And now that I'm not performing and getting that reward, it does feel a little bit like I'm losing a part of myself, but I am not. I'm not. It's actually, I'm going in a different direction that is much healthier, even though it hurts a little, it stings a little to not be, put on your arm and shown off. Cause that's what my dad did. That's what the ex did. And it's hard to admit to this. I'm kind of embarrassed about it. But that's what it was. That's what that marriage was. Punishment, rewarding, punishment, rewarding. And he did it to my kid too. It's a very superficial type of validation, John Van Geese. You were being validated on physical appearance and material things. That's right. And I have to say, it feels good now to pay for things myself. You know, I can't take myself out, and I don't because I live out in the middle of nowhere. But if I want something, it does feel good to just go, I want that, and I'm going to get it for me. And I did that in the marriage too. I mean, I wasn't constantly him. As a matter of fact, credit cards got shut down way before that divorce. That was, I told you guys that all of a sudden he was like, I need money and you can't use your credit card anymore and we're broke. And I told you he would shut that credit card off every time I'd go somewhere. So toward the end, I was paying for me anyway. But it just felt good to see that through a different lens. Thank you, Hockey Town John. So then I said, I just thought this was so interesting. So then I said, I went into this next little part. And all of you know how weird I feel about being a victim. I don't like the word. It's a Scientology thing. I don't like here's what I don't like. I have a real button about this when people go, "Well, I'm this way because this person did this to me." And that's because I am this way because of that person. I don't like that. I just don't. And I feel like people should be responsible for their behavior. You should own that and not go, well, it's because of this person that I act this way. And I don't like it. Okay. But I made huge progress yesterday with Wyatt saying this. I said, but as much as I hate that behavior, I am accepting the fact now that there were certain things as a child. Thank you, Lisa Trimble. You're finding your new pieces as you let go of others. That's a good way of putting it, Lisa. I love that. Thank you for your super chat. But as a kid, under the age of 10 years old, there are certain things that should have been given to me. And I don't mean material things, provided to me as a parent, right? There are certain things that my father should have given me to shape who I'm going to be as a woman someday, how I'm going to be in a relationship someday. There are certain things that a parent should provide to a child, right? So for the first time, I'm willing to accept the fact that I act and behave certain ways now because those things weren't given to me. Now, that is not me saying I'm this way because my dad. Nope. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that was the hand that I was dealt under the age of 10. But how I'm going to play my cards now is different. So the way I see that is I am not responsible for that, the way I was treated as a kid under 10 years old. I don't take responsibility for that. I think it was terrible what he did. However, all that shit happened to me. Just like all that stuff happened to you guys. We all have that stuff. But how we act now as adults is on us. So that might have happened to me then. And that was not my fault at the time. You know, it's not like I could stand up to him at 8 years old and go, we're going to be doing things different around here because I don't like the way you're doing things. Can't do that. Right. So to me, it sucks, guys. And I realize there's so many of you in this chat right now that have horrible things that happened to you too as kids. And that wasn't our fault. And for me saying that, that's huge. Because again, in Scientology, you are drugged through the mud about a being is responsible for his own condition. Doesn't matter if that kid is a 1 day old, 1 year old, 10 years old. You're responsible for your own condition. I have been trained on that my whole life. But the first time I'm seeing it differently. I have a child, I'm a mother. You have to provide certain things to raise that person up to shape who they're going to be as adults. You have to. Breakthrough this week that may be of interest to you. After 15 years with my PT, we learned that my parasympathetic nervous system doesn't know how to shut off, always waiting for the other shoe. Wow, Lino, your physical therapist. Wow. How do you fix that? That's interesting, Lino. Thank you for sharing that with us. I'm curious as to how that would get fixed, and I hope that it can be. Oh, okay, it can be fixed? I love that then. That's amazing. So you found the issue and now you're gonna fix it. That's amazing. But they wanted you to be responsible for everything, stuff that wasn't in your control and was unreasonable that put burden on you. Absolutely, VTV. And that's what I'm saying. I'm proud of the progress I've made even looking at it in that direction because I usually would not. But we have to, what did I say? I wrote notes down. And he also said this, and I wrote it down. Blame and responsibility are two different things. And I thought about that. That's true. Blame and responsibility, guys, are two different things. And again, I feel like that's the best way of putting it. That is the hand that we were dealt, some of us as kids. But how we act as adults, our behavior now is on us. And that's why I'm a big believer in therapy. That's why I think everybody should have somebody that's professionally educated in this area that can help you with the proper tools to unpack this stuff. Your parents, your best friend, not everybody's going to have the proper tools. Wyatt has the proper tools for me. I can now, Tommy is damn good at it too, but it's also not his job for me to lay it all out on him all the time. It's not his place as my partner, right? So I really believe that people should have a therapist. I think it's healthy. I think it's very healthy. And I don't know that I would have had this realization if I hadn't had my therapy session. Yeah, I said a materialistic need is a mode of validation for me, for sure. VTV. Yeah, so I said for me, I wrote my note here, materialistic need was a mode of validation. Changing that could feel like an invalidation to myself, right? Thank you, Keela. Changing that feels like a bit of an invalidation, but it isn't, it's growth. It just kind of hurts to change that. And I said, being materialistic is also security for me because of being provided for financially, especially by my father. You know, I think people have this idea that the ex was loaded and super provided for me. Again, we wouldn't have even had that house. I had to put the down payment on it. There was no money there for him to put down, none. I didn't have any credit card debt. I didn't come into that marriage with a car payment, nothing. I took care of all that. I paid for myself on that stuff. So as much as I appreciate him paying the monthly bills, which he did, I just kind of get the idea that some people think that, you know, I was this rich, you know, housewife. Like I have my car I paid for. Like I didn't have some nice car. Like it's just kind of a weird, I kind of have to break that down for me too, because I didn't get a whole lot out of that. And I had to help that person financially quite a bit, actually. And there was a lot of shaming there. You know, like I said, it's funny that this person says that I make so much on YouTube. You sure cashed in on it. You know, not that long before I moved out, that person asked me for a few $1,000s so they could make payroll at their company. And I was like, absolutely not. I'm not giving you any more money. We're getting divorced. And that person said, okay, well, when my employees quit and the company crashes and goes under, it's on you. It's your fault. You just remember that they're not going to be able to pay themselves because of you. And I was like, no, it's not because of me. That isn't my company. I don't own that company. I have nothing to do with that company. And I'm sorry that you're so far into credit card debt because of your bad choices, mainly paying for all the illegal stuff that was going on. That isn't my problem. Yeah, it's poor business decisions. And I am really, really glad I didn't give that $3,000 because I was doing it before that. So thank you, Boris Cruz. Yeah, again, it's not my problem that you make such bad financial decisions for yourself. Yeah, VTV, I think so too. So I think that's pretty much it. But I thought that was really, really good, some of that stuff, especially like also the part of it that we talked about yesterday that I didn't bring up. Yeah. And then takes money from a family member and says they need it. This person's clearly bad with money, right? It's not my problem. Thank God. So I like the hypothetical because we're never going to get that closure. Anna Witt, I feel that way too. And I like what we talked about yesterday with the haters. And I'll touch on that a little bit because some people weren't here yesterday. I agree, Jelbo. So yesterday we were talking a little bit about the people who go into these other forums and they say horrible things and they make up lies or they take things out of context. And apparently that's just never going to go away. There's a lot of people out there that hate me just solely for making money, but there's people who think I'm a big liar and I'm stealing from you guys or whatever they think. Well, that can get hurtful, especially if they're attacking. Like I said, I've seen them attack my child. They really attacked my stepfather, talking about his cancer, which is just terrible, but it's just ugly, right? It's just ugly. Somehow I'm the bully, but it's ugly. But what's neat about Mar Lugo, I haven't seen you. I was going to say, I wonder how you're doing with the loss of your father. Yesterday was his funeral. Seeing over 200 people show up for a humble man who worked in the grape fields but helped so many made me realize money isn't everything. The stories told. I love that so much. I have been to so many funerals because I worked in senior living, and you learn so much at a funeral, and it humbles the hell out of you going to a funeral. Money is not everything. And I love that message, Marlugo. Again, I'm sorry you lost your father, babe, but that is a beautiful message that I bet he's happy that you know. That is really cool. I love you. I got to meet her on the Zoom call. I love her. Thank you, Marlugo. Hey, Better Together. Love this journey for you, but the bread deep dive was more my speed. I feel so much better since yesterday. Yeah, same. Same. And we're getting close to Saturday. I am going to go back to that farmer's market. Just full disclosure. I'm going to go back and I will get another loaf of bread. And I know that that really, really upsets people. Thank you, Better Together, for the $10. Yeah, Tommy is your partner, not your therapist. That's right. Now, it's fun to share deep things with your partner, guys, but it's also fun to share it and you're in control of it. I don't want to dump things on him expecting answers, and him basically me going, save me, help me, fix me. How? No, that's not his job. It shouldn't be his job. It just shouldn't. Give her a giant tip at the farm market. But so yesterday, so about this hate, about these people who are just never going to go away, it seems like a waste of time to me, but that's fine. That's how they spend their time and that's okay. But the way we looked at that yesterday is take 1% of that hate to stay grounded. Take 1% of it and go, okay, yeah, that is true. Maybe I shouldn't do that so much, or maybe this or that. And then he said, and they can talk shit about you, so you can talk less shit about yourself. And I thought that was such a cool way of looking at that. Guys, if you have somebody who's bullying you, who's rude, a coworker, if you're like Joe Virus, who has a whole website who hates him, there's going to be haters in everybody's life. their story of you is just not going to be good and you can't change it. You're screwed either way, right? Let them talk shit about you, and then you can talk less shit about yourself. And that was a really cool way of looking at that. Let them spew it all and have their stupid little threads of, whatever they're going to say, because they can't say anything other than talking about bread and a cancer patient. It's just, they just don't have a lot to say. But let them do it, and then I can do less of it to me, because I tear myself down way more than anybody on Reddit is ever going to do. Galen, my sister always buys our bread at the farmer's market. Galen, I'm surprised you admitted to that. You're going to get bread shamed, but I love you for standing tall with me, Galen. Thank you. I love you. You have the answers. I just need a good person to bounce stuff off of, and you'll figure it out yourself. You have so many constructive and honest reflections now. I love you for saying that, because your video talked so much about that you made. It's true. VT really talked about that, a video that she made about looking within. People don't want you to look to yourself for answers. They don't want you to look within. The Church of Scientology does not want you looking within to question things within yourself. People want you following them. My ex wanted him to be my guide. He wanted me to be following him. The church wants you following them. People don't want you to look within, to self-reflect. Here is for 2 loaves of bread, and everyone watching that runs back to the sewer of red lips. Keela, you're hilarious. Like I said, they name you guys there. When I looked at it, they tear down the chat. They call my chat stupid people. If you're stupid enough to fall for Reese's manipulative grifting tactics, all that stuff, it's like really ugly. It's not just me. They really tear a lot of people down. Aaron, they tear everybody down there. Again, if that's what you want to waste your time on, it just seems like this is just a show. It's just a YouTube channel. Like, did you hate Seinfeld and then write to Larry David about it? Like, just change the channel. You don't have to go write about it. I don't know if you knew. It's an important lesson to learn, though. You cannot steal that which is freely given. Go nuts at the farmer's market. Maybe get some jam. I'm going to get some more jam. I got some orange marmalade last week. Rocked my world. I'm going to get more. Thank you, Brownie Buttons. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. If I'm going to be honest, if Jay was trying to be anyone's Jiminy Cricket, he would snap their what does that even mean? You're funny. Do they at least call us by name? They've named Blake Reed. I saw that one. No. They also think I'm like insanely addicted to it and go there all the time. I don't, because once you've seen it, it's like you've seen it. There's really nothing new. They just go there and they're like, Reese is so stupid. Reese is really a grifter. She's manipulative. She lies to everybody. Once I found out what a liar she was, it's the same old shit over and over. And it's like kind of boring. I am offended too by their attack of quality bread. I agree. I think it's a bunch of gluten haters. Honestly, that's what Reddit is. It's just a bunch of gluten haters. Show us your bread when you get it, please. I will, Renee Rainbow. That's a great idea. Yeah. Hands may need to be thrown. Yeah, it's just a bunch of people who hate gluten. It's a shame. It's a shame, but they're not like us, guys. They're just not like us. They're not. Hopefully you'll get rich from YouTube. Most people wish you well and hope you will be super successful. I would love that too, Rise Higher. I would honestly love to climb and get rich would be cool, but I think it would be cool to meet more people, to hug more people, to make more connections. That's kind of where I want to go with this. And if I don't, and I sink and this channel's over, that may happen too. And I'm prepared for that as well. This may flop, guys. It just might. I don't know. I've only been on YouTube a year and I don't know what to expect. I have no idea. I'd like to work on maybe starting to write a book. But I don't expect this to work out. I just come here because I love talking to you guys. But I think there's a lot of people out there that wish that this would sink, that wish that I didn't exist. They get so angry that Susie Q just gave me $1.99. Thank you, Susie Q. So So I'm not sure. I don't know where this is going to go. I haven't, hey, Linda Perales, I haven't been doing this for years and years and years. I don't know what to expect. And I hope that, we continue to grow. But am I losing subs? Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I've probably lost about 150 subs, Big Z. I think it's probably shaking things up a little bit. There's a lot of hate, and a lot of people are probably convinced and believing it. And I still think it's funny that, of course, I can say the word Reddit. People can go look for themselves. And some people believe what they write, and they never come back. Or what's even weirder is they unsubscribe, they go silent in the chat. They still watch like crazy, and then they just go write bad things about me. It's weird because either way, I'm getting paid by you doing that. But, do your thing. I'm going to hug you before the end of the year. Yes, in September, I'm hoping, Hockey Town John. We need to talk about that. You have a haters fan club? I do, Purple Groovy. But for the people that do unsubscribe and leave and hate me and decide that stuff's true, they weren't meant to be here in the first place. And that's something else I'm trying to live with, and understand. YouTube is not, it's not, what's the word I'm trying to think of? It's not an absolute, I don't expect everybody to come here and stay here. People are going to change their mind about me. People are, going to decide this isn't for me, or they're going to unsubscribe, or they're going to go start writing hate. People, it ebbs and flows, right? Like, people are going to come and go. That has to be the nature of YouTube, I'm guessing. I gained a sub. Well, thank you, John Van Geese. No, I'm really losing a lot of subscribers. Or maybe people were mad about us not going on the cruise, maybe, but that's okay too. People are allowed to think for themselves. Like, I'm not going to get angry. There's no group leader here, guys. Like, people can do whatever they want. Weeding out the trash, maybe, but I don't even want to consider them trash. Some people just have opinions that aren't the same as mine. That doesn't make them bad. That, saying actual hate, you're a troll or you're a hater if you do that. If you go over there or you go somewhere else and you just say, I can't stand her, I don't like this about her, I hate that she's with Tommy, that doesn't really make you a hater. That just makes you have a different opinion of my lifestyle. And that's perfectly okay. I'm not upset about it. Like, it doesn't, I don't know. I just have a different feeling about that. I don't think it's wrong that you decided you hated this channel and you don't want to be here anymore. That doesn't make you a bad person. That just made you change your mind. It's like me cleaning out my closet today. I found stuff in there that I'm like, I used to love this. I'm donating it. Like, it's no big deal to change your mind. It's no big deal that I'm not for you. It's a big deal when you start talking really ugly shit about my child. That's a big deal. That's not cool. Nobody likes that. That would be considered hate, and that would make you a hater. But the fact that you want to go right and say, I can't stand that she spends money on bread, you might be a perfectly good person. I don't really care. That's okay. No, Christine Baker, I'm just glad you made it. But check your subscription if you want to be here. Yes, I'm losing a lot of subscribers, but as excited as that may make some people that I'm losing subscribers, it's okay. I just figure it's the nature of the beast. It's YouTube, guys. And Tommy said people get purged. They do a purge and get rid of subscribers who don't tune into the channel. Whatever it may be. I don't know. But I'm not freaking out about it. Not to mention, I hate to say this, you don't make money on subscribers. I could have 1 million subs. I could have 100 subs. You don't make money on subscribers. They get you no money. None. You make money on super chats and you make money on views. As far as I know, those are the two things you make money on. So what's weird is people are unsubscribing, but they're still watching. So I still make money either way. So by you unsubscribing, I don't lose any money. I just don't. But how can anyone say anything bad about Huxley, Carol? I don't know, but those are true haters. Yeah, I wish I had sponsors, Hockey Town John. But we'll see where this takes us, right? Like, I'm staying grounded about it. I don't rely on this. That's why I have another job, ads. Yeah, I get paid on the ads for sure, Lori Lee. That's what I mean by views. I don't even know analytics. I don't know how to look at analytics. I don't understand it. But as far as I know, that's what I mean by views. people who watch are seeing the ads, and then I get paid. It's not a ton, but I still get paid every time people watch. So, but I do understand that we may not, this may not work out. This is not like something that I have to rely on. I just really enjoy it and I do it because I love it. And I hope that you'll all stay with me. But for the people who decide they don't like me anymore, or I put a bad taste in your mouth and you don't want to be here, that's perfectly fine. I'm sad that you think I'm a bully, because I'm not. It's totally okay. I came from Scientology. Like, this is nothing. It's perfectly okay. Live stream for the haters. Just roll call and an itemized list of the cool stuff you've bought with super chats. And divorce is some cool stuff. I'm actually a really petty person in my bad. Now go buy some fancy bread and jam. I love you, Helena. That's not a bad idea. I did do a stream not that long ago where I said I took every mod out. They came in just to be here, but I took all the mods out from modding. I did not want them to do anything. I wanted people to come in and have a voice. I don't want people to think your mods just get rid of everything. Like, if anybody disagrees with you, your mods take care of that. No, disagreeing is okay. You know why? I don't want to be a part of group think anymore. I don't want to be like a Scientologist anymore where we all have to agree. We all have to read the same thing and follow those rules. We don't. We absolutely don't. Spoken like a true bread eater. I'm leaving. I love you, Raymond. Reese is a bully dog. I love bully breeds. Kestrel, you're cute. People do like to cause drama, Kestrel, and I don't have an issue touching on that. People are going to say shit, and that's okay. It's absolutely okay. I've purged channels I don't watch a few times just to kind of clean up my homepage. I also hit the don't recommend this channel, but I don't go be ugly. Yeah, absolutely. I just am not, I can only speak for me. I think it's a waste of time to go to a restaurant and then go, "Where's your manager?" and complain that you didn't like the food, and then go write a 4-page review on the restaurant and how you're never going to go back there, and the potatoes were this and there wasn't enough garlic in that. There are people like that though, and we make room for that. That's okay. That's kind of what I consider Reddit. It's like you took the time to dislike me and you're still taking the time to watch every show I do, and then you're taking the time to go write about it back and forth with 7 other people. I think that's a waste of time. Doesn't make them bad people, guys. It just means that that's a priority for them. It's not a priority for me. And as much as you think I'm addicted to it, I'm not, because it's just a bunch of repetitive shit. It's just the same old stuff. I don't know. No, it's not a new lip stain, Mary Hiker. It's not. I need to try the new one, and I'm mad that I didn't do it. The only reason I didn't is, like I said, this is like a real weird purpley color, and it doesn't go with everything. Hey, Original Anne. And I felt like it went with this. Anytime you give money, it should go without expectation. Anytime you put conditions on your acts of kindness, they're no longer considered. Absolutely, I agree with that. I really agree with that a lot, Big Z. If you're going to give money to somebody, you shouldn't expect how it's going to get spent. Otherwise, it gets awkward. And I don't think you should put rules on people like that. Yeah, I remember that, Adam Wood. You told the mods not to do anything and allow them to say whatever they want. And then crickets all from there were scared. I don't know that they were cowards. I don't want to even name call these people. They're angry enough. I don't feel like I need to do my part, but it's true. I tried to let people have a say. I want people to have a voice. I have a voice for the first time, and it feels amazing. And I don't want to stop anybody from having a voice. If you want to take to Reddit or Facebook or Instagram, wherever, whatever it is, whatever the kids are doing, take that shit over there. Say whatever you want to say. It's really not even my concern. It's not my business what you want to say about me. I can't control it. I can't stop it. I'm not upset about that. Here's for some grapes to go with that loaf of bread. Anyone else want to pay for some wine to go with that? Mar Lugo, you're cute. Hey, Mr. Pants. I do love grapes. I love like a little charcuterie, Marlugo, and I have a feeling you do too. I remember you on that Zoom call. You were looking really cute, girl. I feel like we would get along really good. Don't forget some fancy cheese. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Helena. I will pick some up. I love you guys. Yeah. Hey, Debbie Lima. So that was my realization today. I wanted to talk to you guys about it. I'm glad that you listened to me. Um, I think there were some good tidbits in there. Goosebump, I think that many in the subreddit, I don't even know what subreddit means, don't like the visibility effectiveness of the SPTV folks. Some seem to be longtime critics who just don't get social media. And that could be, and ooh, cheese plate with grapes. I just don't, again, I don't know if it's because, hey, V. McWilliams, I don't know if it's because I was a Scientologist. I know that they so badly want this shit to bother me. I know that a lot of people, not everybody, but I know a lot of people over there want to see me break down, cry, and just end my channel. That's what a lot of people want. They're so angry that I'm making money and they think that I'm lying to you to make money for some reason. And they just won't stop about that. And that's basically what it's about. And I think because I said Reddit, they're excited that you're going to go see that. And then you're going to see by their comments that I'm such a liar and a grifter. Again, it just seems like a cycle. It just gets boring. Go see though, go check it out if you want to. A lot of it doesn't make a lot of sense. I felt confused and I don't know. That's all I'll say about that, I guess. And I don't want to talk about it on every stream because it is fairly boring. And I do want to get down to the mental stuff, the healing. I like talking about that. I like laughing. I want to get back to that. They're jealous of my channel. That could be. I don't know. I mean, they don't have a very big platform from what I saw. Every comment had like 8 to 10 likes. I don't know. I don't know what it is. John Van Geese says, I think on one level they think they want that, but really they just want to hate on you. If you stopped your channel, they would just feel empty and unsatisfied. Or John, they would just switch and move to somebody else. If I stopped my channel, they're just going to go and they're going to focus and shift that anger and frustration on somebody else. There's always going to be somebody to attack. Always. And I don't mind being the person to be attacked. Aw, I love you, Cricket. Thank you. That's so sweet. Yeah, your channel shutting down isn't going to fill the hole in their heart. Absolutely not. They're always going to attack something. Bread and pie pot tax. Thank you, Allie B. Thank you. Yeah, rise higher. We're not going to talk about this over and over. The reason I brought it up is because of what I discovered in therapy about it yesterday. That's why I brought it up. But we're not going to bring this up every time. It is boring. I agree. Yeah, this isn't about Reese. It's about making themselves feel good with dirty dopamine. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. I love Gretchen only. Hi, Reese. I have a different perspective. So, what if content creators are not 100% truthful? Is it a type of entertainment that can be connection, but ultimately entertainment? I don't know. I don't fully understand. What if content creators are not 100% truthful? Is it a type of entertainment and can be connection, but ultimately entertainment? I mean, I guess that could be the case. It depends on how somebody runs their channel. I know there's people, I don't know if there's people that are not truthful. That I don't know. But I know there are other people in the SPTV community that really nobody does what I do. No one opens up and tells every detail and has no boundaries like me. And that's okay. That doesn't mean they're being untruthful. So that's not where I was going with that. But everybody has a different, to me, I look at it like just different TV shows or different news anchors. You like this person, but you hate that news anchor, or you like this TV show, but you hated the sequel. You hated season 2. Like, it's just, to me, that's all it is. Just find a different channel. Here is it. We go deep and we kind of go into, I talk a lot about sex that really bothers some people. Then don't come here, find a different channel. I like that too. There shouldn't be an expectation of total truth with every channel. That's a good point too, John Van Geese. These are real people. We're not playing characters on a TV show. That's true too. Why are you expecting total truth with every channel? Maybe not everybody wants to share the truth. And that's true too. People who are upset might be upset about their own money problems. That could be. That definitely could be. I'm here for the love. Thank you, Nick Knack No Knack. So are we. Thank you, Florence Southard. Fish Hook Mama. I recently started therapy. I am 61 because of you. I wish I knew that Wyatt was an option, but I think I found a good fit for me. I am a never end with family. I love that. Good for you. I hope the person you found is a fit for you. That's fantastic. That is really amazing. See, that's a huge success to me. I love people who find a therapist. Yeah, bring on the sex talk. I love talking about sex. And I probably, when Tommy leaves soon, I'm probably going to start streaming a little bit more if I can. And I would like to talk more about the female body and sex and things like that, if you guys are up for it. And the people who are not, I appreciate so much. They just tune out. They tell me that. They're like, I don't love the sex talk, so I just come back when you're not having a sex talk. That's great too. But it is your choice. Remember that. It's your choice. And I'm not going to get upset if you have a different opinion than me. That's perfectly okay. Spend it on what you want. I would never expect to know where it goes. I enjoy your channel and I appreciate your willingness to share your story. Beth, those photos, I love you, girl. Thank you for saying that. Thank you. I'm just like anybody else. And I think that people expect something different than that. You know, I'm a person and I think you have higher expectations maybe, like I shouldn't be a person. I'm not sure. But I make mistakes. I've judged people when I shouldn't have. I feel guilty about that. I've apologized. Like, I don't know what you expect from me. I'm just here to talk about life. You know, if I do mention my YouTube channel in public, which I never do, I've told you guys this. When somebody says, what do you do for a living? I say I work for Google. I work for Google. I'm employed by Google. I do not share that I have a YouTube channel. I think it's just not for me. But if it does come up and they go, wow, what's it about? I don't even usually know what to say. One guy last week, Tommy was talking about it. And Sandy McKenna, she doesn't come over to this channel, Diane McGraw, but that's okay. We love Sandy. Yeah, you get a say in it, John Van Geese. Oh my God, it was so funny, you guys. This guy and his wife said, what's it about? And I said, well, I don't know. It's about life. But I said, it started about Colts. And I don't know what sports team. I'm going to make a name up because I don't know. But he said the Indiana Colts. And I was like, what? And then the lady goes, like baby horses? You talk about baby horses? I was like, no, no, like the Church of Scientology. I love you, Bo Beats. Thank you, babe. I'm glad you're here. Yeah. Wow. What's your channel about? I am not comfortable. I love you, Anna Witt. I am not comfortable talking about me having a YouTube channel out in public. I'm just not. But it was so funny. Yeah. I don't know if who's the place for the Colts? What is it? Is it Indiana? It's something. Philadelphia? I don't know. But yeah, Colts. He was like, wow. It's about working through trauma. That's pretty good. Yeah. Thank you, Abigail. That's really kind, babe. Yeah, he was like the Indiana Colts. And then she was like baby Colts, like horses. I was like, no, but that would be interesting. Indianapolis. There we go. I was close. Rise higher. Do you sometimes run out of ideas to talk about? That's a good question. Not really, but if I don't have anything to talk about, I just don't go live. So I've kind of changed the way I do things. I used to kind of force it and I would just go on and not like, I still go on and hit go and I don't really usually know what I'm going to talk about unless I have something but oftentimes I think about it every day. I wake up in the morning, I'm in the shower and I'm like, what? That's like, I feel like a writer at this point. Because I'm like, that's good for the story. That would be good to put in that would be a good part. Like I'll be out in public or something will happen, or I'll be at my other job and I'm like, I should talk about that. That's an interesting concept. I always get content when I go see my therapist, but I don't go live anymore if I don't have anything to say. Or if I need a little bit of a mental break, I just don't do it. I just don't do it anymore. I am a real person. Yeah, I know it's weird, Lydia. I know it's weird for you to accept that. I make bomb charcuteries. I had flowers and all. I bet I could see that about you. Absolutely. That could have gone without saying. Yeah, that's true. Thank you, Indigo Twin. I love you, babe. I could see that definitely. Reese, don't say you are a therapist. I've started saying I'm an accountant because she is a therapist. That's funny. We do talk about everything here. Bone of death. From your first expo from Aaron, at first I wanted to tell you not to be so raw, but the longer you post videos, the more I object to others telling you who or what to be. You be you. Wow, I love that. See, that's such a nice thing to say. Thank you. And I have learned from that too. Yeah, it's a channel. That's it. Starting a channel about baby horses. Um, I just don't go live if I don't have enough to talk about. Now, sometimes I go live and I'll go, F it. I just feel like cutting loose. I'm going to let the chat guide us on where we're going to go. And we do a lot of that anyway. But if I don't feel it, I don't do it anymore. I just don't. And I think I've been distracted with Tommy here. And when he leaves, I'll probably go live more because I am addicted to this. It is my favorite thing. Even if I don't have a topic, and you can absolutely message me if you have some topic that you want to discuss, and that would be great. But I don't feel like my mom asked me that. She goes, don't you ever run out of things to say? No. Have we met? Absolutely not. I feel like there's so many things to talk about. And I get inspiration all the time. If I go out in public or if I go anywhere, if I have any kind of conversation with a stranger, I'm like, I should talk about that. I should go live. That's a totally good topic. So it's for me, it's just I get a lot of inspiration to do this channel. You can do an AMA, ask me anything. Otter Dancer, the reason I don't do those is because I feel like because I've gone into depth even about my vagina, it's hard to do an ask me anything. I'd be happy to call it a Q&A, whatever we want. I will come on here and you can ask me anything, but I feel like people do anyway. And I feel like I also overshare with you guys and you're like, wow, I didn't need to know that. So the reason I don't do the AMAs is because of that. How can we contact Wyatt? Hey, Kathy Ann, are you in here? Or maybe do we have another mod that has his information? We could put it up because I've done that before. Gretchen, that's a good one. You always have new viewers. I don't know if I do because I'm losing so many subscribers. I assume that's not true. Yeah, I feel like we can ask you anything. And Helena, I want you to feel that way. Like there's nothing off the table here. Like you can ask me anything. If I don't want to answer it, I will say I'm not really comfortable answering that. Have I ever done that? I don't think I've ever done that. You can ask me anything. I absolutely feel like, hey, Panko, I'm glad you made it at least. I don't want to turn on subs only because it's not just trolls. I feel like there's some people that don't have YouTube accounts that just watch, and I don't want to exclude anybody. I just don't. Thank you, Big Z. Yeah, every chat is an Ask Me Anything, Kestrel. I agree. As soon as you said you grew up watching George Carlin, yeah, I was raised by George Carlin, right? I really was. All I did was watch reruns of George Carlin. Last time I spoke to Sterling was about 3 weeks ago. I don't know if he has a PO box. Oh, there's Wyatt's phone number. Thank you, Julie. Yeah, my life is an AMA. Absolutely. Anybody that actually knows me, like I've often thought about that. I'm like, I should do an Ask Me Anything show. We do that every time. But I could call it that if you guys don't mind. I really miss Riesling. Thank you, Panko. I love you, Panko. I'm glad you made it. George Carlin was so good. So good. No, I didn't hear about that. Having laser hair removal on her panty hamster? That sounds horrible. I like this channel because it's drama free. Yeah, I like to keep it drama free for sure within the outside community. I don't get into all that, but I do have my own drama in my own life that we talk about for sure. I just don't talk about other people's. Yeah, I miss Sterling. How much is Wyatt? I believe, see, I don't think my new insurance covers him, and I've only seen him once this month, and it was yesterday. So I don't know what I'm paying yet. We'll see what I got billed for. But if you just pay out of pocket, he's $100, which to me, when I saw my other therapist before I found Wyatt, they were like $250 an hour. So $100 is not bad compared to other therapists. It's a lot for me. I can't see him every week if that's going to be the case, but I could probably try to swing him twice a month. Um, if not, at least I know I can do once a month, but I'm waiting to see what my insurance covers. Thank you, Nico. It speaks a lot about you that the first thing I did after my mother's funeral was some Reese therapy. I love you, Marlugo. I really clicked with you in that Zoom call. I'm glad that we know each other. Thank you, babe. That is a huge compliment. I don't watch other chats much anymore due to the negative energy. I'm sorry to hear that, Panko. This is a framed picture. I put this up. I unpacked this today. You guys, this was her adoption photo. She has a necklace on. Look at this. Look at that. That was before I got her. That's the artist that or the photographer took pictures of all the dogs at the shelter. Oh my God. That's look at how short her hair looks. No, Wyatt really appreciates it. Oh my God, Lisa Trimble. Wyatt Fund. Lisa, that is so nice of you. Oh my God, I will put that toward a session with him, Lisa. Thank you. That is so sweet of you, Lisa. Thank you. I know. Is this the cutest thing you've ever seen? Still tiny. That was when she was born right next. She is ladylike, Panko. Very late. Next to the Lord. Next to the Lord. Let's end it off. Next to the Lord. Come here. Always with her mom. Oh, you're so dainty. Really little. Really small. We have to brush your hair again. Oh my God. It's so much, you guys. Every time I see her, it's like I've never seen her before. I fall in love every single time. It is luscious. She looks the same. I got her October 1st, 2016, Lori Lee. So that is 8 years. And when I got her, they said she was 2 or 3 years old. So when I took her to her last vet appointment, the vet looked at her cataracts and said she's probably about 10 or 11. But she's really spry and she was touched by the Lord and she and she grew up next to Christ. Howdy, just got home. I love you, Amy Edge. I'm glad you made it. I agree with that, Indigo Twin. Kissed by the Lord, kissed by your mom, really tiny, dainty thing. Look at the footy paws all day long. Oh my God, it's a lot. They're both gone. Yeah. SPTV Tattoo Warrior gone. What about the woman with the New York, New Jersey accent? That was Sandy McKenna. I love Sandy McKenna. She just doesn't come into our chats anymore. I think she's busy with her life, but I love Sandy McKenna. But no, Barb doesn't come in here anymore either. SPTV Tattoo Warrior. And that's okay. We wish her well. Her breath is not good today. She bit a Great Pyrenees in the face. Yeah. Yeah. She does that a lot because she's better than everybody. She says, I can't help that because I was born right next to Christ, and that makes me automatically better than any one of you every time. This ring is big. It's not even my biggest one. Yeah, it's a lot. Miss Vic May, Miss Vicky May. Yeah, these headbands are best if your hair is dirty. I just slap it on. I mean, you're probably supposed to style it, but I don't know how to do all that. I'm not here for the sex talk, but I won't begrudge you on your own channel to talk about whatever you exactly. A lot of people aren't. And I appreciate that. It's okay. It's not going to be for everybody. It's not that heavy. It's not that heavy. Guys, these are not very expensive. I get these at a store in Kansas City called Donna's Dress Shop. And I like supporting them. I think they're like 60 bucks. I've had these for years. I didn't just buy them all yesterday. I have been buying these for years and they're made by what's cool, they're made by handmade by a couple in Nepal. And they're very well made and they're cool. She has a ton of them. She does have a website and they're on her website. Follow her on Facebook too. She's always posting her new big rings. But yeah, she's got a ton of them. And some of them are tiger's eye, some of them are lapis. I have just an onyx one. I have malachite. I have a really cool blue one, but I don't think it's. Oh my God, my favorite one is Labradorite. She has some really cool Labradorite. Donna's Dress Shop.com. Yeah, I love her giant rings. They're amazing. So I want to say thank you again for listening to me today. This meant everything. As per usual, I'm here to love you guys. I'm here to be with you guys. As much as people want to say, it's fake, she doesn't really care about you or whatever they want to say, that's just not true. Doesn't make it true. I don't care how many times you say it. Doesn't make it true. Aw. Lisa inspired me. So here's something for the Wyatt Fund as I really believe in therapy. Panko, that is really, really nice of you. I seriously appreciate that. You and Lisa and all the other super chats. I will put that toward Wyatt. I'm going to see what I got charged. I haven't gotten my receipt yet for it from yesterday. But I want to say thank you because if it's not covered, which I don't think it is, I will use that for next month. I did schedule with him 2 sessions in September, and I will use each one of those for that. So seriously, I mean that. Thank you. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Panko, for that. That was very kind of you. Very, very kind. Thank you. Hey, Cindy B. So I'm going to sign off. I'm going to go. Good Lord. Really rude. Why can't you at least say hi to people? Oh my God. It's a lot. I mean, really, guys, I want you to understand. Look at how little. Look at how small it is. It's just really dainty. And she was born next to little Christ, and they really loved each other. I love you, Susan P. I love you, Heather, Kansas. I'm going to contact my doctor about referring me to Wyatt. I love that. That's so makes me happy. Thank you, Raymond. I will send proof. Mama said not to, but I did it anyway. Misbehaving. And don't forget to wash your hands to keep away from Satan. There you go. You're not fake and you don't get involved in outside drama. Thank you, Abigail. Both really nice things. Love you, Reese. And as healthy as it is to spend money on gifts for you, I love to do it. Thank you, Abigail. And you send the most beautiful gifts. Abigail really does insane gifts, like very personalized, beautiful things. And I appreciate it so much. Purple Groovy, I love you. Rogue Hedgie, I really love you. Rhonda Frank, you too. I do love you guys. Rise higher. TKK, I love you. Love your Gertie voice, makes my heart happy. Bo Beats, I really love you. You know this. To all the gluten haters, I apologize for buying that bread again. I couldn't feel more sad about it. Love you, Sandy Bowers, Jazzy Girl Sarah, Chrissy Akers, Rowan Robbins, Tracy. What's the story, Tori? I love that. Guys, I really care about you and I do love you. So thank you for being here with me. Check to make sure you're subscribed. Colton Crims, I think tomorrow night, Rhonda Frank. We're going to talk a little bit about the jesters. I love you, West Coast Fancy Nancy. Robin Miners, thank you for your gift. I'm going to show it one more time because I have it right here. Look what Robin Miners sent me, you guys. Look at that. Is that the coolest thing you've ever seen? What a cool idea. Thank you, DNV. Tony Hoban, love you. DNV, that is so nice. Thank you. That's really, really kind. Any thoughts on a Halloween costume? No, Raymond. Tony Suter, I love you, but I'm sure you're going to have thoughts about it, Raymond. And I do love you, Raymond and Kev. Snickerdoodle, my life has been a mess. I keep missing your lives. Been replaying everything. So I want to tell you, just gonna tell you I love you. Canoed, I feel like it's been a minute. Thank you for saying that. And thank you for being here. Larry Brightboy, I love you. I got your email. Really, guys, that means a lot. It really does. Thank you. Canoed, I'm glad I got to see you. All right. I'm going to sign off. And again, thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to me, guys. And thank you for all your super chats. I'm very, very grateful. And Sharon Spaghetti, it's nice seeing you. You may want to connect with Aaron. I was catching up on streams I missed from him. There were similar topics on a few. Okay. Thank you, Abigail. Definitely. I appreciate that, babe. All right, guys, here comes Fred, and I will see you all later.